So this is going to be a review of the Superdrug Style Expertise Matte Clay. I don't even know what to call it. Well, obviously a clay, but yeah, I have never used a clay before. So basically, I usually use hair gels or hair waxes. Preferably prefer hair gels. The only thing is, I needed this to be used on straightened hair, and obviously, if you've got curly hair and you straighten it with straighteners, same with the other way around. If you've got straightened hair, straight hair. If you've got wet, what am I talking about? If you've got straight hair and then you curl it, water reverts it back, and the top ingredient in hair gel is water. So I thought I'll try this clay because I saw it in Superdrug and it was super cheap. It's only around like £2. I think it's like £2.99, and they have like different ones. This one is a matte one. So it says here, Style Expertise Matte Clay creates effortless styling with a matte finish and flexible help helps control and sculpt your hair to give definition and texture. Easy to work in and washes out easily. I will mention the easy to work with in a minute. So this claims to be 3 out of 5 hold. I would say it gives more than that hold. So if you don't know what a clay looks like, this is basically what it looks like. So it's kind of, that's what it looks like. So it is literally like a clay. So how it says to do it is pick it up with your fingers and then warm it up in between your fingers and then apply it to the hair. So first off, when it comes to is it easy blendable, now it could be because of my hair type. If you didn't know, or if you've not seen my videos where you see my face, my hair is a mixture between European and Jamaican, African, whatever you want to call it. So it's not quite Afro, but it's like a mix in between. And I find sometimes it's this one, you have to really rub it in, otherwise you're kind of left with residue. So it's not easy to rub in, but as I said, it could be just because the texture of my hair. If you're somebody who has full on European hair, it probably is easier to blend in. But for me, you do have to work it a little bit. But oh my god, it is worth it because the hold is so good that I will wake up the next day and it's still like in place, sort of, if that makes any sense. Obviously it'll be a little bit messy, but for the most part it'd be in and still be in place. Like I remember when I first applied it, wake up the next day, I was like, what the fuck? How is this still styled in that way? So this is really good. It's one of those where you don't necessarily need to pair it with a hairspray, but for extra hold, then you can apply with a hairspray. But on its own, it is pretty good. And as I said, it's only like £2.99. And yes, I agree, it's easy to wash out. You don't need to use like a really like cleansing shampoo, if that makes any sense. You can just use a regular shampoo and it all comes out the hair. It will leave a little bit of stickiness, which is kind of expected. Some hair gels, waxes do leave your hair a little bit sticky. I mean, usually that doesn't bother me because I'm not going to be constantly touching my hair throughout the day, but that's one thing to mention. And yeah, it does build up pretty quickly, but as I said, it's easy to wash out your hair anyway. It's not necessarily a product which you can actually brush out your hair. So, because it's not really like a hairspray. Some hairsprays you get away with just brushing it out. Obviously, this isn't hairspray; it's a hair clay. But you know, if you want to know if if it does leave a residue in your hair before washing it, then yes, it does. So that's it for this review. So bye, guys.